Good evening, everyone. I would like to call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Park Commissioners of the Wilmette Park District for Monday, November 10th, 2025. It's 7:30 p.m. Could we have a roll call, please?
Yes. Commissioner Duffy?
Present.
Commissioner Adrianopoli?
Present.
Commissioner Goebel?
Here.
Commissioner Clark?
Here.
Commissioner Murdoch?
Here.
Commissioner Frazier?
Here.
Commissioner Lee?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Moving on to the consent agenda, number 2.0.
I move that we approve the consent agenda of the November 10th regular meeting of the Park Board of Commissioners, a copy of which is attached and will become a part of the permanent record.
I will second.
All right. Call the roll.
Commissioner Duffy?
Yes.
Commissioner Adrianopoli?
Abstaining.
Commissioner Goebel?
Yes.
Commissioner Clark?
Yes.
Commissioner Murdoch?
Yes.
Commissioner Frazier?
Yes.
Commissioner Lee?
Yes. Thank you.
Motion approved.
Thank you. Moving on to 3.0, communications and correspondence. We had some late email to the packet that won't be in the packet. They'll be in the packet next time from Ann Stevens. But outside that, any additional?
I received some communication about the sauna. Everything received by Friday, though, is in the packet.
Yes. Same here. There was likewise.
Great. All right. Onward we go to public comment. So I have a list here, but before we get into it, if you plan to address the board tonight, we ask that you please come up to the podium and speak into the microphone. Each speaker will have up to 3 minutes. We'll notify you when we have 1 minute remaining, 30 seconds remaining, and we're out of time by holding up a sign and giving a gavel cue, maybe. Everything said during the meeting is recorded on Channel 6. Please note that the full policy for public comment is printed on page 3 of the meeting packet and explains the procedures of the board adheres to in order to maintain a respectful and efficient meeting. The purpose of public comment is for public to share their comments or concerns with the board. Due to time constraints of our meeting, there's no time for dialogue. When possible, the board will address questions at the end of the meeting. If you have a specific question that is not addressed, please email Chris, our executive director. I'd like to remind everyone that we are a community of neighbors, and as such, we want our meetings to be civil and courteous as possible. So thank you. So I have a list of 4. We're going to go through this, and then if anyone wants to speak after that, please raise your hand. So Brett and Lauren, please state your name and your address and things like that. Good to see you.
Good evening. I'm Lauren. This is Brett Radowski. We own Campfire Sauna and Social. We live 232 Wood Court in Wilmette. And so we just like to speak to the board. We'd like to address the board tonight as we are informed that our business was discussed at the previous meeting. As both residents of Wilmette and Park District partners, we'd like to reaffirm our gratitude for the opportunity to operate in our beloved town. We've been operating near the lakefront for the last 2 months, and the community response has been overwhelmingly positive. Residents who have tried our sauna have reported many benefits: improved sleep for someone who suffers insomnia, relief from autoimmune disease inflammation, and many have championed the growth of community and serendipitous friendships born out of their time in our sauna. We are proud of the community we are building. We understand that language in our contract has prompted our most recent relocation to the main Gilson Beach parking lot. However, we request the opportunity to discuss alternative solutions to amend the contract. We understand this is an operational matter contained within the Park District staff, but we're addressing the board tonight due to the previous conversation that was had. We'll continue to work with Chris, Dave, and Megan to come to a solution that works for all parties. We fully understand that we are not a priority at this time, but we have no choice but to advocate for our small Wilmette family-owned business. We appreciate your consideration and hope that our partnership will continue in a positive and collaborative direction. Do you have any questions for us?
If we do, we'll email you. Normally, there's no back and forth here, but thank you.
Excellent. Okay.
Heather Oliver.
Hi, I'm Heather Oliver. I live at 719 20th. I'm the communications and I'm very tired. Communications and Outreach Director at New Trier Township. And I want, if you're not aware, the Park District is one of our partners in the Intergovernmental Food Drive. You're one of our essential partners because you're bringing us the food. We are a staff of 5 people. So I wanted the Park District and the board to know that we appreciate you. Commissioner Clark has come and volunteered with us. We've had an average of 55 volunteers a day, so if any of you would like to join us, you're welcome. So we have 275 food pantry clients. They come once every 2 weeks. With SNAP being cut, we're providing supplemental bags that they can pick up on their off weeks, and we appreciate your partnership. And if you haven't had an opportunity to read the New Trier News, wrote a great article. They interviewed JP, Lindsay Thomas, and myself, and I sent it to President Leahy so it can be distributed to you. And also, finally, we participated in Wicked Wilmette, and it was a great event, and we look forward to it next year. And we look forward to continuing to partner with you guys on community projects.
Thank you, Heather. Walter Keats.
Walter Keats. I had 2 things. One, in my email I sent around, I commented that in the reports this time, there were several reports that talked about the new trees, pollinator gardens, and native plants, which I think is wonderful. So thank you very much. The second is I'd like to support the sauna people. I've seen that. I didn't actually use it yet, but I would hope that some resolution could be worked out. It may be, I don't know what the cause of the problem was, maybe with them being at Overlook Drive, I guess it was, but maybe with all the popularity after the beach was closed and there were too many people there and people didn't want a parking place taken or something. But it would be nice to have that worked out, whether it means starting a week or 2 later, whatever it takes. But I would sure think that that's something that should be there. Thanks.
Thank you, Walter. Ann Stevens. Good to see you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ann Stevens. I live at 1128 Sheridan Road, and I'm a longtime Parks Program participant, so I really appreciate all that you guys do. I am here representing a group called One Wilmette. We're very informal. We came together in the last few weeks. And I'm here because the Village of Wilmette is likely to adopt an ordinance this week, which will strengthen the village's ability to protect our neighbors and respond to emergency events, similar to what has unfolded in the past few weeks in Wilmette. We look forward to hearing what the Park District will do to bring protections and restrictions in line with what the village is putting in place, particularly around program participant safety and restricting use of parking lots for federal staging or detention. I'm also here to ask for something else, in addition to whatever work you guys end up doing in relation to whatever the village does with its ordinance around Operation Midway Blitz. But we'd like to suggest that you issue a preparedness statement. And I have some copies here. These around. And because there's a lot of concern in the community about these federal enforcement actions. And I have heard externally, like, oh, the Park District has it. They've got their staff all taken care of. Schools are doing great. They've got plans. Don't worry. But I don't have kids in the schools right now, and I don't have kids in the parks. So as a neighbor, while those local plans and internal plans and protocols bring a sense of relief, they leave the public in the dark in terms of your planning for an emergency that might include neighbors who are witnesses or first responders. Because these detentions are happening outdoors without any warning, passersby are often the first on the scene. Many passerby are not prepared for what they are about to witness, and we are aware that the village, the park, even the police cannot intervene at all in these federal actions. However, you can inform, educate, and connect to our community so that when something like this happens in a park, open space, or facility, people might be prepared for what to expect and how you might communicate out to the neighbors in the village, and that way we all know where your values are around these issues. This preparedness statement might include a statement of your values, priorities in case of enforcement action in or near the spaces under your jurisdiction, what your public-facing security measures might be in case of enforcement action. Thank you. And then some of your reporting protocols out to the community, your immediate neighbors, and also to the other agencies. So we're just looking for a little more unified communication in a pretty unprecedented situation where normally we would not need this kind of integration. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ann. That completes my sheet. Would anyone else like to speak? Raise your hand. All right. Seeing none, public comment is closed. Moving on to 5.1, staff reports, executive director report.
Okay, so we have a couple of guests here, and from Go Green, Wilmette, we actually won an award at the Illinois Association.
Yeah, Brett, should we just bring it up? Or, yeah,
At
sorry,
the-
we're a little proud of this.
So this is a statewide award in recognition of our partnership with Go Green Wilmette and all the many great things that they do for this community. And so we are ecstatic to be able to receive this award alongside Go Green and look forward to lots more sustainable projects in our future. And we're going to take a picture.
Yeah, so there was a very long line for pictures to be taken at the awards, and we would like to take a picture with our friends from Go Green out in front. Sorry, y'all, we have to do it.
Get to do it.
Lindsay, do you mind? Yeah. Come on, let's go.
So how do you want to set
We're
this
all
up?
going to go out front. And Beth will hold it and take a picture. We'll go back. I know, that's what the best part of this. This is a really great award. They put together JP put together a video. They showed it up there. We got a lot of claps. It was very proud of this.
You guys are all
Yeah,
going to have to
I'm
shift
so
a little bit.
Rotate.
This is the problem there, too.
Why don't you guys move forward? Mike, you got to get in the back there. We just, that way we switch it when Mike's talking.
Yeah.
Cecilia, 2 rows, okay? All right.
Does anyone have yappy sax that we can play while we do this too?
Yeah. Is this going to work?
This is good.
Yeah. Oh, you're good. Don't stand. You're good. I can always cut the other picture.
Just smile. Hold on. Hopefully JP can work.
Thank you. Yeah, feel free. 3 minutes or I'll have to hit the ground.
Oh, believe me, it'll be 30 seconds. On behalf of Go Green Wilmette, we want to thank the Park District for applying for this award. We didn't know it was in the works, and Lucy Mellon said, so tell us a little bit about your history with the Park District. And I said, well, that goes way back, literally 20 years. The Park District was our first partner. You've always been our most valued partner. Well, the village too. But we just want to thank you for all of the times when we've wanted to accomplish something and Park District has said, how could we help? So thank you very, very much. We're delighted to share the award with you.
Thank you.
All right, so I have a comment about the food drive, and Heather stole the thunder here. But we're happy to be able to partner with the township and help provide, food drop-off locations in this community has been amazing. And I'd like to encourage more because much more is needed. And so we have drop-off locations at the Community Recreation Center as well as Centennial. And so our staff has been picking up food regularly, and it's quite a pleasant surprise. And hopefully we can see more of that in the future, but it's been a great partnership, and the township has led in this effort, and we're just happy to be able to support it.
I would also like to add, I had the food drive at youth soccer this weekend, so we'll hear about that from Dave. It came up, so good.
All right. Happy to report that we have finalized our lease agreements with the village. Those are signed. Those are set into place for our temporary location of the police station at Big Tree Lane, as well as the extension of the lease for Howard Park. And lastly, I want to provide an update on the immigration enforcement activity to date for our agency. As many of you are aware, there have been federal operations and activity over the last few weeks here in Wilmette. The Park District has been vigilant in ensuring that our staff are given the training and information needed to respond to any activity within our properties. We started this in January of this year, and with the recent activity, we have increased that communication and education of our staff. And also, I wanted to note that we've been collaborating and working very closely with the village, and there's more to come on that endeavor, but I just wanted to note that the village has been a great partner with us, and we have worked not only within the village, but communicating with the school districts, the township, ensuring that we are aligning our efforts as best we can. And from a staff focus level, I think that that's been a strong focus for us today.
I will add, I think it's really important to know we are one of Wilmette's largest employers. And while the situation is unfolding, I think Chris and his staff deserve a tremendous amount of credit as they've prepared our facilities and our staff accordingly. Our rules aren't new. They're not political. They're standard procedures, and we employ them and enforce them every day. Our major priority right now, and has been since January, has been staff safety. The Park District, each Park District building has clearly marked off staff-only areas. Our vehicles are considered staff space. Employees know where they can go if they feel unsafe. Every member has received Know Your Rights training in multiple languages, and for those whose first language is in English, other staff have met with them personally to go over that information. We've instructed staff to carry identification if possible. These are prudent instructions for, again, one of Wilmette's largest employers. Our parks and facilities are gun-free zones. Those signs have made that clear for years. If anyone sees anyone with a gun in the parks, call 911. When it comes to weapons, we don't make assumptions, and nor should you. We've been smart about this for a long time, notably last year around games of infection with Nerf guns. We call the police because there's no room for error. Our ordinances also prohibit unauthorized use of Park District property without permission. That rule covers any activity that doesn't fit normal park use. The Park District decides what normal means. Anyone planning a gathering must have approval. If you see something that doesn't look right and no Park District employee is around, call the police. We're in regular contact with the village, both staff and board to board. We understand the village will discuss this on Wednesday. We'll be following that discussion closely, staying in touch with our peers and working with council. But I think it's really important to know that we've been on this for a long time, and we've done it in a way that protects our staff and our patrons. And it's apolitical because these are things we do every day. After that, that's 5.1. So we're going to go on to 5.2, Parks and Planning Report.
Good evening. Just wanted to go over some of the projects. There's not a whole lot to report on in the last 2 weeks at Gilson and Langdon specifically, but the contractors respectively are both working on the closeout process and closing out working with MWRD to close out the permits. Thank you.
Things.
Yes, things. Permits. And both contractors are working on pay estimates, so we can, in the near future, supply the full scope of the projects.
Near future.
Near future. Very soon.
Okay.
That's something that Sheila and I have worked on today, and we're going to continue to work on and report that out. Hibbard. Work continues at Hibbard. I know we had some snow today, but that delayed the fence, but the fence will be installed later this week, weather dependent, of course. The south baseball field has been progressing very well. It's almost complete. Staff recently worked on getting some of the pollinator areas cleaned out and ready to go, so that way those can be continued on with that work as part of the OSLOT grant. Happy to say it, the CRC reconstruction. So some of the work started November 6th on the outside of the building. That has kind of, with the weather coming down, that's been winding down. We have some of the eave work that was started on. That work, it will continue when weather allows it, when the temperatures rise. But as of today, we had contractors on site in the buildings working on putting up new drywall and starting the patching, painting processes. So we have been working with Dave's staff on getting scheduling, logistics, and working through those processes and how that's going to work going forward in the next subsequent months. The CRC solar project. The vendor, Verde, did get They made final inspection. They have submitted this to ComEd. It's supposed to be 10 to 12 business days before ComEd reviews and then gives the final okay. So hopefully later this month, they get the okay from ComEd to start energizing the grid with the solar panels on the roof at CRC.
Very exciting.
So the park staff over the past month worked specifically at the ECC playground. As you're aware, we had our soft opening last week. Staff worked to do safety audits and set up the temporary fence so that way we could open the playground. The staff also worked on winterization of our irrigation systems, prepared for snow and ice the past month, which we deployed today, and our staff successfully responded to the storms. The staff also did some cross-training on some of our heavy equipment, attended some training sessions. In our building services department, they finalized winterizing the pools, the beach house, and then did some much-needed maintenance and preparation for next season's pool startup. During that time frame, they do a lot of necessary work to get ready for the next season during that time frame too. Additionally, our HVAC unit at CRC was replaced. That was craned onto the building. We worked with Dave's staff because part of the building had to be shut down during that crane event. So we worked through that. And then at the golf house, the soffit and fascia work that was completed, and we continued to maintain that asset, the Park District's asset. With that, I'll take any questions.
Thank you.
Seeing
Good
as-
job.
Thank you.
Golf report.
Good evening, everybody. Just a few brief comments. There's obviously a report included in the packet with some end of the year maintenance we've been doing on the golf course. With the snow, as Josh has noticed, over the last 2 days kind of slowed things down, so the course is closed currently. We're looking to open back up on Wednesday. As of right now, plan is to be open through Sunday. We'll look at the weather, see if there's more days that look to be positive for us, but that's the plan as of right now. Our final events of the year are coming up this weekend. We have a chili scramble, which is a 9 a.m. shotgun on this Saturday, and then Saturday evening is a holiday wine dinner at the lawn, which allows people to come in, try a bunch of different wines, sample some good food, and purchase some quality wines for the upcoming holiday season. So we're excited to offer that for a second year. And that pretty much includes what we have going on over at golf at this point. Any questions?
Just out of curiosity, what's like the coldest temperatures that you get golfers out there? I mean,
0.
'cause-
So it's generally 40s, like a pretty good.
'Cause I was gonna
That's
say,
kind
'cause-
of that's most people's.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people have already put their clubs away, but the diehards, 40 is kind of the number.
Oh, yeah,
Once
'cause
it dips below 40, it's no good.
When
Then
you're
we have to
talking
take
about-
care of like the ground being frozen and stuff.
So when you're talking about temperature, I think it's supposed to be up to 60
Yeah,
this
we'll
weekend.
be open this weekend.
And then it's in the 40s, and that's what I was kind of questioning. Well, would you get people coming out in the 40s? And I guess
Not a ton if it stays
but
40,
still some.
but the difference between 40 and 51 is
Yeah.
huge. So if we get some more 50s, maybe we'll keep it going for another week or two. If it stays 40, 41, and that'll kind of be the end.
Okay. Just curious.
Good question.
All right, thank you, Adam.
Anybody else? Thanks.
Thanks, Adam.
Recreation report.
So October was busy, but not out of the ordinary. Kind of a comfortable busy. We closed lakefront operations completely. Sailing concluded in the middle of the month. Our staff worked really hard with Josh's staff on getting all the boats moved back and put away and all the stuff that signals the end of the season. Everybody worked really hard and pulled that together, so that was great. Another highlight from the month was we moved Wicked Wilmette from the CRC at Hibbard Park over to Gilson because of construction, but it was such a hit. Like, it was such a great atmosphere for those of you that are around, were around for the event. Like, it was super cool, and we're going to do that again next year because it just went off so well. Didn't hurt that the weather was kind of perfect that night too, but that was it. As Patrick mentioned, we did do our sports department, the soccer community, families and players did a great job of collecting food this past weekend, and that also went to the food pantry. So it's been pretty cool to see all that stuff coming in and going back out to that cause. So thank you for mentioning that. But any questions about anything in the report? Okay.
Great, thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
5.5 operations.
Okay, I feel like a lot of us are all talking about the same stuff because we've all been working a lot together over the past month or so. So yes, it was really great to attend the Best of the Best gala. The first time I've been there, the second award that we've won, and I think that we're pledging to try to win one of each by what Commissioner Leahy has told us. So we have some work to do, but all of them are attainable. We already have lists of things of what we're looking to apply for. So it's really exciting to receive the award, to apply for it, to have the state recognize you, and hopefully there's more of those to come. As Heather and Chris mentioned, yes, we've been working together with the food pantry, but I wanted to just congratulate Lorelei Hansen. She was the news editor from New Trier. I believe she's only like 17, who wrote the article, did some great work asking some questions and doing her research and figuring out who else she should talk to. Marcos Levy from the library, Heather, JP, and I, and her article is really, really awesome. So hopefully you guys all get a chance to read that. Other than that, everybody's been working hard on open enrollment and getting all of our health benefits and things ready for next year. We are going to, as a staff, have a volunteer opportunity up at the Northern Illinois Food Bank tomorrow. Oddly enough, we planned it so long ago that all the information about SNAP had not come out yet. So I was very thankful to hear how many volunteers we have in our community at our own food pantry who are coming out and supporting and volunteering. And we are going to be doing the same, just a little further north. And then, yes, the interpretive signs for the pollinator garden were mentioned. I reviewed them and the staff. It's really fun to have staff work on a project and to get some direction, but then be able to be creative with it, like our marketing team is on a lot of things. And I shared them with Director Lindgren, and he was really excited about them, and our wayfinding signage that we have coming out. And the response, when I told our marketing staff that we were really excited about the way that the signage looked, the response was, I can't wait to do more of these. I hope we have the funds and the budget to continue creating signs like this because they are so fun to put together and to look and see what we have as a community and in our pollinator gardens and in the different, landscapes that we have. So it's not my, I don't get super excited over it. It was really beautiful, but for our staff to work on something that they also get excited about is really great. And who knows, I guess it's pollinator gardens for them. So really all that's going on in my area other than the report. So any questions?
All right, seeing none, thank you. 5.6 finance.
Does anybody have any questions on the financials, first off?
Yeah, we had a 2-hour finance meeting before this, so sorry if we're a little soft.
Yes? No?
No questions.
Okay, the only thing I need to add to my report is that we found out late on Friday that Cook County plans to issue the property tax bills on December 15th or November 15th, and they'll be due December 15th. What's kind of great about the way the property taxes are collected is we would get proceeds every day, depending on how they collect them. So we may start seeing cash probably after November 15th.
So do we expect some sort of 90% of that property tax line by December 5th, just roughly by the due date? We're obviously not going to have all of it.
My guess is we're going to see a little bit of it in December and the remainder of it in January.
Great. Thank
like
you.
90% of that second half by the end of January.
Excellent.
Maybe.
All right.
Any questions? Maybe any questions for me?
If we're not getting some of January, will it affect the financials for this?
So the financials will record all of the property taxes that we are expecting. because we book revenue based on when we earn it, okay?
Yeah.
The cash flow is another question, but it won't affect the projections that we have for financials, the ones that we just discussed in the last meeting.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Sure. Great.
Thank you, Sheila. Onward, 6.0 unfinished business, there being none. 7.0 new business.
Yes, I move to approve the cooking taxation resolution 2025-R-9.
Discussion.
Need a second before we discuss.
Oh, that's true.
I'll second.
Now, is there any discussion?
Sure. Item number 2 lists the 2025 amount for the 2026 tax bill of $7,848,000. In the finance cow earlier, I proposed. I'm going to take a step back. Last year, I voted against the levy because it represented an increase of greater than 5%. I made a suggestion how we could reduce it to 5%. We decided not to. This year, actually, the numbers are lower. The part that we control is only projected to increase by 4.72% and overall by 4.1%, which is great. But the 2 years together average over 10%, 11.1%. So in the meeting earlier today, I suggested a plan that would reduce that taxation amount from 7,000,848 to 6,932,398. Seems like a small difference, but it would reduce the levy over the 2 years to 5% per year. It would not involve any decrease in capital spending or any services provided. And so if we made that modification, I could certainly support this resolution and support the levy. Absent of that, I won't be able to.
During that meeting, I tended to concur with where Mr. Murdoch just described. I came at it from a different angle. So I sit on the fence on supporting this because I would like to see us under 5, and that's where we are coming in. I tend to agree with Commissioner Murdoch's solution to make it lower so that we're not asking for as high a percentage of an increase in our taxes. So I would just like to mention that I support Commissioner Murdoch's solution to the issue here.
Yeah, I want to share something that we discussed at some great length over the 2-hour finance meeting, and it's that the solution, while proposed, seems attractive until you drill in and realize it involves reducing how much we support the Special Recreation Fund. And for that reason, I do not support the proposed solution. I think that we can fully fund the Special Recreation Fund because it represents a nominal difference, dollars per household, and I feel it's appropriate, given the community that we live in, that we support special recreation.
And just to clarify, I also support the Special Rec Fund, and my solution would not change either the services provided or the proposed increase in capital spending. I support those.
Agreed.
Mr. Fraser? The tax levy is something we've been talking about since August. There are a few factors at play here. You've heard a little bit about it. One is CPI. We need to keep pace with inflation or maintain our purchasing power. But as you hear, the discussion is about special recreation. And this is what PTEL is for. Last year, we raised a special rec to cover what we thought were our annual costs. AIDS, special rec AIDS, MAC, which is our NSSRA. And these are costs that are community obligations. And it turns out it wasn't enough. The costs came in last year, even though we did have a levy percent that was high, it wasn't enough. We still had to divert from operations to pay for that. Whereas PTEL is the avenue we normally would use for this. We weren't enough. This year we're matching our expenditures, our expected expenditures in special rec and ADA with our PTEL, right? And we're still doing it and maintaining. Last year we had the lowest percentage of your tax dollars since 1988. So for me, PTEL is the avenue which the community supports special rec and ADA, and we have been really public about what we've done. We had a robust discussion last year at the League of Women Voters. I mentioned we were going to do this. I put that our speech in the packet, and we've listened to the public. I think the public supports this avenue, and I support it. So, Director Lindgren, will you please call the roll?
Commissioner Duffy.
No.
Commissioner Adrianople.
Yes.
Commissioner Goebel.
Yes.
Commissioner Clark.
Yes.
Commissioner Murdoch.
No.
Commissioner Frazier.
Yes.
Commissioner Leahy.
Yes. Motion passes.
Motion passed.
8-0.
Oh, I move to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.